Okay, so we saw the different layers of the OSI model, and we looked at the different protocols that are at each layer, right? So remember I told you it is much better if we divide all the work that it's done in networking into layers, because that's a better way to get things done, right? So everybody specializes in a particular thing, and that makes things easier. Okay, so here is an example. Okay, and in this side you're looking at the browser, the operating system, and then the hardware, right? So but look at this, in a way you can actually translate it and look at it in a way that it will make sense. Okay, the browser, for example, you use it, let's say, to do some shopping, okay, or to look for for a definition in Google. So let's say that, let's stick with the second one. You're looking for a definition in Google, right? So imagine if we run that in the real world, right? So this person needs to write a letter to Google to say, oh, can you please define the OSI model for me, for example, right? So this guy will have to do it. So you would do it on the browser, right? But we're pretending that it's being done like in the real world. So this guy writes a letter, puts it in the mailbox, and sends it out to Google, so that Google can give him the answer, right? So he does that, then he puts it in there, and then here we have the post office. So the post office will grab that letter and say, where is it addressed to? Oh, it's Google. Oh, that's in California. Okay, so let's send it over there, right? So then they send it over there, and they send it, and they take it in in the car, in the plane, whatever needs to be done, right? And then on the other side, the hardware handles it, and it says, oh yeah, it's for Google. So it takes it up to here, right, to the other post office, right? And then they deliver to the person. Okay, now those will be the different chores for the different layers of the OSI model, right? Just represented here with 3 layers, but anyways. Now imagine if the layers didn't exist, that people will have to do the whole thing. Okay, so this guy, instead of just writing a letter and sending it to Google, he will write the letter, figure out how to get to California, get in a plane, get to California, and then deliver the letter himself to Google, right? And then Google will have to, the person, instead of just sending the letter back or writing a letter back, will say like, oh, okay, I need to get an answer to this person. So they will have to figure out where this person lives, get in a plane, get in a car, whatever, and deliver the answer. You see? So what happens is that each part has a particular task that they excel at, right? So the person makes a request, define the OSI model. The post office knows where to send it, how to send it, and bundles it with other cards or other letters, other things that go that way, right? Postcards, letters, everything that goes to California kind of travels together, and so it's done in the internet, right? And then once it arrives there, it figures out a way for it to be delivered all the way, right? And post office do their job, hardware, in this case it's just one little car, but here, since we're in the middle of the ocean, we have to consider that, we take a plane or we swim, whatever, right? But in any case, right, everybody has to excel at their thing. So the 7-layer model is done with this in mind. And as I mentioned before, right, we have different software and hardware that are specialized for a particular layer in the OSI model. And that also makes troubleshooting easier and our lives easier, therefore, right? So once again, here is the OSI model, right? And what we're going to do now is we're going to look at it from the top down. So we're going to visit every layer, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to learn a little bit about each one of the layers.